Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Don't worry, I remembered to turn the mic off mute today.
Thank
so
you.
everyone at home can hear. Last week, I got to the very end of the Summiteer Live and realized that my mic was muted, so everyone at home, yep. And I know, and because I have when I do the Summiteer Live, I have the PowerPoint in front of me to advance the slides, so I don't see the screen until the end for you guys. So sorry for everyone at home that missed it. But that's also why last week's is not posted, because I don't think anyone really just wants to see a talking head without any sound come out of it. They could. It could actually be a fun event. It could be like at Mad Libs. Like, what do you think she's saying now? God only knows. Hi. Proud to say that I successfully turned the mic on, started the recording, and shared my screen.
Thank you.
Whew, we're on a roll. Perfect. So good morning. It is Saturday, September 14th. Or no, it's not. It's January 14th. Great start, everyone. The sun is shining. When I was coming up the hill today, the sun was coming up over the mountain, which was beautiful. Fantastic. Do you want me to grab you a chair from Four Suits? No. Perfect. Okay. But yeah, so the sun was beautiful over the mountain. We have a big game today. It's very exciting. It's going to be a fun day around here. And we're going to get started with the Summiteer Live with an event review. So the first Wednesday of the month was National Trivia Day. And so we hosted a trivia night with 80 of our closest friends. It was really fun. Janice and I were in the back. Janice was bartending, and so she and I were playing along, and half of them we were like, we have no idea what any of these even are. But she was really proud. The DJ at the end announced her score, and she came in last, but she tried the hardest, I think. So shout out to Janice. And she had fun. That's what matters. But it was great fun. They did 3 rounds of trivia. One was ad campaigns, one was Billboard #1 hits, and then the first one was like random facts and knowledge. But it was good. We had 3 winning teams. The winning team's name was What the Fact. It's one of my favorite parts of doing trivia, is seeing the creative names that people come up with. But it was great fun. The winners, the top 3 points, received gift cards to the lodge that can be used at the mantle for fitness classes, for future events, whatever the heart desires. But it was a lot of fun. It was towards the end, they played Dancing Queen as one of the clues, and I was in the office and I was like, oh no, don't play this song. They're never going to stop talking because they get so excited because they love this song. Yeah, I walked in and everyone was just like, yeah. But it was a lot of fun. We had fun putting it on, and the guy was fantastic. He was great. He carried it. He started on time. He kept the crowd going, and my goal is to bring him back once a quarter. So yeah, so watch for more trivia nights to come with him. He was great. And this was also a little inside scoop. This was an experiment for us, because normally we do events from 6 to 8, and this time we tried 7 to 9 because we didn't include food with it. And so we were curious what the turnout would be, because it would be a different time, and 80 people still came. So that was exciting. We had happier hour prices at the bar, which was fun. A good amount of people came to happier hour before and then came to trivia. But it was great fun. So thank you to everyone who came. We'll definitely be doing this one more often. Weekly specials. So in the mantle, 2 days left to try these ones. We have a shrimp pesto ravioli, which has a phenomenal sun-dried tomato pesto with it. Our pesto is technically more of what's called a pisto, I learned, because it does not have pine nuts. So for those of us with nut allergies, we can have our pesto here, which is very exciting for me. But it's fantastic. And then it has cream, wilted spinach, and then it's a cheese ravioli with fire grilled shrimp on top. And then the second one was as a sesame crusted ahi tuna, which is prepared rare with steamed jasmine rice, vegetables, pickled ginger, and then a sriracha aioli. I am not a huge fan of super spicy, and I can say this one was not super spicy. It's more of a flavor that you get from the sriracha aioli. The aioli is a mayo-based sauce, and so it really kind of tones down the heat, which is nice. So that one was also fantastic. I don't know which one my favorite was, but those are available today and tomorrow as we're coming out to end the week. One Day University coming up. On the 16th, we have revisiting 3 iconic American speeches, the words of FDR, JFK, and MLK. On the 17th, we have New Images, the remarkable James Webb Space Telescope. Oh, with a great typo there, P-Row. Good one. Telescope. Telescope. Yeah, perfect. And on the 18th, we have Over My Dead Body, Unearthing the Hidden History of America's Cemeteries, which would be an interesting one. Well, you can watch it up until the next one's scheduled because it will stay, the recording will stay active on our One Day University link until the next scheduled one goes live. It's like I plotted you in the audience to ask that question. It's perfect. And we actually have a member who was what's the word for when you work with dead people? Yeah, a mortician. So I was thinking of him when I booked this one. I'm curious if he'll watch it. We'll see. And I will also be selecting our One Day Universities for February this week and getting those up. So make sure you stay tuned for our February lineup. Hawks Watch Party today, right here. That's why the room's set up a little bit different, because so we could get set ahead of time. We are playing the 49ers. No shame there. Sorry if you're from San Francisco, but born and raised Seattleite. Go Hawks. It is today at 1:30. We worked with the leader of the Hawks fan club, and we're offering a game day spread as part of the event, or just the watch party ticket. So this is another thing we're trying. I'm kind of shaking things up a little bit and trying new things. So we'll see how today goes. I think it'll be fun. Well, I don't think, I know, because there's football and meatballs and food, and what more do you need? Not much. Yeah, and you can buy a beer or a mocktail or whatever your heart desires. But this will be here. If you want to come watch the game, please feel free to come on down. The buffet option is closed because it's too soon, but you're welcome to come on down, watch the game, and we'll also have the game on in the mantle of the bar. So if you want to eat and have our full menu there, you're welcome to. But go Hawks. Boom. Fire safety. So TERT has partnered, follow up from last week. It's happening. So TERT has partnered with the East Pierce Fire and Rescue team. And on February 6th at 10 a.m., right in this room, it's a very popular room around here, we are going to be having a fire extinguisher training class. They do some simulation. They have a fire extinguisher that you get to see how it works, but I've been told it doesn't make a mess. So I'm curious to see how that works, because my understanding is it puts out a lot of stuff to put out the fire. But that will be exciting. That's a complimentary experience, but registration is required so that we know how many people to expect and set up for. 10 a.m. And then on the 8th, also at 10 a.m., we are doing a hands-only CPR training, also with East Pierce Fire and Rescue. So they will be doing the basics of hands-only, as well as AED training. So that one is also complimentary. However, we do ask that you require, or you sign up so that we know how many chairs to set up, etc. Yep, 10 a.m. And both of those events are on MTL and ready to go. So this is an exciting one. Tom Shepard is the member who's spearheading this one for us. And so he and I were chatting about if the demand is very overwhelming, then we'll bring them back to do it again. It's during the day, so I try to be very mindful with two tides during the day because that's when we get most of our lap swimmers. So I prefer to offer this more often rather than shutting down the pool if I can. So if you're interested and it sells out, please join the wait list because that will indicate, heck yes, we're going to do this more often. We are excited to bring Elise back with Pure Ambrosia on February 13th. She is going to be doing a sweet retreat facial experience. So a little Valentine's theme. You can treat yourself or your Valentine, or you can be your own Valentine. We all need to be our own Valentine sometimes. But treat yourself to a facial experience. Elise is so fantastic. I ran into her at Fred Meyer the other day, and it made my heart so happy because I just really enjoy her. If you don't remember, she used to be one of our concierges here and has since moved on to other endeavors, but we're excited to still partner with her as a vendor through her esthetician business. So she will be here on the 13th. This just got posted yesterday, so there's appointments available. They are 50-minute facials, and they're $95. And Valentine's Day, speaking of love, Valentine's Day reservations are available in the mantle. This will be the only menu served during Valentine's. So it is a prefix menu. It is $65 before tax and service charge, and then there's an optional wine pairing that you can add as well. So for our starters, we have a choice of is everyone ready? A fresh lobster bisque, which Dino's favorite thing about Valentine's Day, every year I've been here, you'd think I would predict it by now. He comes into the office and he taps me on the shoulder and I turn around and there's a live lobster just right here. And every time I let out kind of an embarrassing sound, and you would think I would figure it out by now, but he's really excited to lobster me again, I'm very sure. So fresh lobster bisque or a chilled ratatouille and burrata salad. And then the optional wine pairing is I'm not even gonna try. It's a delightful Prosecco with a really fun name. For the entree, we have a choice of a fire-grilled ribeye with roasted fingerling potatoes and asparagus, king salmon Oscar with Dungeness crab meat with potato, asparagus, and a tarragon béarnaise, fire-grilled portobello stack with grilled polenta, wilted spinach, mozzarella, and a balsamic reduction, or a Cornish hen with artichoke heart, shallot, thyme, lemon, velouté, Dino, yep, thank you, there it is. Team effort around here today. Roasted fingerling potatoes and asparagus. And then for dessert, we are doing a chocolate fondue for two. So lots of fun. Reservations are available on Open Table, or you can ask the host or the concierge to help make those. And again, that is the only menu available on Tuesday the 14th. So we're here to come celebrate. So come enjoy it with us. Yes?
Of course, since it's Valentine's Day, that $65 includes two people, right?
No, single.
Is this a Valentine to yourself?
We can be our own Valentine. Yeah, so it's going to be great fun. So come on down, enjoy, and we'll hope to see you there. Brief facility update for us. Our pond, we are working with a fantastic vendor, Boone Electric. So for those of you who may not know, during that huge rainstorm that we had, it flooded our sump pump area and fried the electrical in there, which is why the stream out front is not working and there's not currently a waterfall in the pond. So lucky for us, it's cold right now, so we don't have to worry about getting out there in a rowboat and kicking our feet around to stir up the water. Robert's been doing a fantastic job of still maintaining the pond. Boone got the pumps in last week. Unfortunately, one of them was 3 horsepower and it needed to be 5 horsepower. My naive self learned through the process that HP means horsepower. It's a great learning moment for me. So they are going to be coming back next week. to install the pumps, the correct HP, and then also redoing the electric so that we can get the pump up and running. We are installing a new system that will be kind of like on a sewer, where it has the alarm sound as well as a light indicator if there's something wrong with your sewer system. So we are installing that for the system as well, so that if there is a failure with the electrical or with the pump, it will alert us so that we can get in there, get the water out, do what we need to do to prevent this from happening again. So huge shout out to Robert. He's been managing this project beautifully, as always, no surprise there. But we hope to get that up and functional by end of January is the goal. That's all I got for today. Any questions? Go Hawks indeed.
I had a question.
Yes, there is. Yes, Seahawks watch party.
Oh, it's their Saturday thing. Paul and Rose doing it now.
I am working on an overnight up to the Angel of the Winds Casino, which is up a little bit north of the Tulalip. And I'm going to do it in April in conjunction with the Tulip Festival. So the first year we went to the Tulip, we did it as one of our first sightseer adventures that we did, and it had great success. And then last year they rented a bus that added a decent amount to the ticket price. And it's kind of a short ride. So I'm trying something, again, new this year and pairing it with the Angel of the Winds. Angel of the Winds is a 100% smoke-free facility, which is very hard to find. And so that's one reason I like supporting them. And they have a beautiful hotel that I've stayed at a couple of times, so I can vouch for the experience as a guest. And they also just put in a bowling alley, virtual sports, so it's like our golf simulator, but with like, they have soccer, baseball, lots of stuff, and then a full casino with table games and slot machines. And then they also have a brewery on site. So lots of fun to be had. No matter what you like to do, there's probably something for there. Yeah. So looking at middle of April for that one, because that's when the tulips are usually at their prime. So working with the casino right now to see what we can partner with. And then I am still interviewing for the lifestyle coordinator position, but hoping once we get somebody onboarded, we'll be able to activate some more off-site experiences. I'm working on some museums, some local things that are closer to home for February, thinking about going back to the LeMay Car Museum. And in February, it is also Trilogy Love Chocolate Week. So Catherine is working on a chocolate and wine pairing. Todd is working on a chocolate walking tour. So lots of fun stuff coming up. Yeah. It won't be the same day. But yeah, it's Trilogy Love Chocolate Week. And we're going to be celebrating all week long. So, yeah, lots of fun to be had there. Any other questions?
Yeah, Paula, can you hear me?
That duck actually has the Santa hat and the duck disappear. So it is an undisclosed members, and it appears every season, and it brings me great joy. And I tell the team when they're getting onboarded, I was like, and there's a festive duck that appears at some point, and they all think I'm completely loony, but I don't really care. So the one year it doesn't come, I'll really look like a Looney Tune, but that's okay. Any other questions?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Oh, well, thank you everyone for coming. Go Hawks, and we'll see you next week.